was only after they went in and conquered Egypt that they now come out with this new light and knowledge. This resurrection of the old classics and the zero and all that. And it was the indigenous Africans still living in what came to be misnomered as Egypt and Kemet there, which introduced them and taught them just like they had taught the Greeks, the Romans, and everyone else who had conquered them. For as Asa Hilliard tells us, they conquered us militarily, but we always conquered them culturally and scientifically, for we had the knowledge to do that. Why, even in slavery, they had to depend on the black slaves to teach them how to do things. So even though we were their slaves, we still had to conquer them morally and intellectually. I want you to think about that. They didn't have to teach us how to read and write when we first got here. We already knew how to do that. It was only the next generations where they had taken that from. But we had to come back and learn that again. Most of them who brought us here couldn't read and write. Now, at the time that these Africans went into Spain, not 5 kings or queens throughout all of Europe and any of their nations could read or write. Not 5 were literate. And couldn't anybody read the Bible but a few of the priests who could read, and it was chained to the wall so that only they could read it. The common people did not have it. I'm trying to get you these good God-fearing people with these halos around their head that came and over here, killed up the indigenous red man and captured us and brought us the light of God and Christianity and Jesus. Most of them didn't know it, so how could they teach us anything about it? Now, when the Moors came in, they brought with them the light of knowledge and established the first universities there. They also taught geography from globes. That's a matter of record. They taught from globes, and even after they taught in Spain for some 800 years,
Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of the Black Survivor Die broadcasting live every Warrior Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by the National Minister of Defense of the Black Riders Liberation Party under the leadership of our 5-star General Taka Wolverine Shakur and the National Deputy Field Marshal of the New Black Panther Party for Self-Defense under the leadership and auspices of our National Chairwoman, General Crystal Muhammad. I speak of none other than our Black Power Warrior General and Supreme Educator, Minister King Samir Shabazz. So it becomes my honor and privilege at this time to introduce some and present the others live from a bug out location somewhere. The National Minister of Defense of the Black Riders Liberation Party and National Deputy Field Marshal, that fiery Black warrior general who has sojourned in the hells and smells of North America and has dedicated over 30 years of his life towards the liberation and salvation of the Black nation and the death and destruction of our enemies. Our brother, my atomic airlight, my George Jackson. I am the Jonathan Jackson to his George Jackson. Brothers and sisters, let's see him on location right now and setting things up. Minister King Samir Shabazz, Black Power. So y'all see our brother on location. This is the Black Survivor Die class. The choice is yours. So as y'all can see, this is no game to be played. So as he is still setting up, let me deal with today's degree. today's degree is wisdom born, all being born to knowledge, knowledge, all being born to wisdom. And wisdom has wise words and wise ways in action. So we are here orienting your mind every Warrior Wednesday with wise words for you to implement and to transmute and to transform into wise ways in action. This is the Black Survive or Die class. The choice is yours. So in that you have a choice. You have a set ability to be able to use the skills that are garnered here every week that we have been using for over the last 5 years to put everything together for you to orient your mind around survival, to orient your mind around being successful, and orient your mind in a revolutionary posture to be able to take the fight to all of our enemies, both foreign and domestic, and have the greatest probability of being able to survive. So we deal with the psychological aspects. We deal with the emotional aspects. We deal with the physical aspects. We deal with the labor and the toil that goes along with this particular lifestyle. So the set ability to be able to go to any forward area and begin to actually occupy that space. We give you the tools to orient your mind to look at your terrain, to orient your mind and look at your surroundings and see how the natural environment that you exist in can be used for your survival. So these are some of the things that you're seeing as we go through these particular stages. And I'm thankful that Minister King Samir Shabazz is here on location to be able to show you. And I know y'all have been doing the knowledge to those videos, those short clips in regards to these things that are necessary for your survival. So you're looking at a bug out location as opposed to a bug in location. So you're seeing the implementation of set ability. We're dealing with the wisdom degree today. Wisdom is wise words and wise ways in action. So the wise words being implemented in a fashion that is productive, in a fashion where which we are able to see and look at the fruits of the labor. So it's not just a conversation wherein you are inundated with a whole bunch of BS and you have no practical application thereafter. You see exactly what's going on. So all of the instances of bugging out, all of the instances of bugging in coming into full fruition and implementation before your very eyes. So these are some of the tools. These are some of the skills. This is just your shelter elevated off of the ground in a situation where which natural infirmities would not allow you to be low to the ground. So you got advantages of this type of situation, as you can see, but there are also disadvantages, as you can see. If you were low to the ground, your maneuverability in regards to a quick reaction response would be faster low to the ground versus being elevated. This elevation, as you would see here, gives you the opportunity to be away from those things that creepeth and crawleth on the ground immediately. You have some suspicion and elevation. And also, if in fact you did have an opportunity to have the drop on whatever was seeking to breach your perimeter, you could use that in a fashion to be able to use a quick draw situation. So all of these things all together are things that you have at your disposal just based on a little bit of what you you see right here, these implementation skills that are there, and these things offer concealment in the night and cover in a sense of keeping you from these natural infirmities that are there that are close. So, in an emergency rescue situation, if you had something like this that you see on the bottom, it could be used to bring in emergency response overhead or emergency response on foot. So these are also things that can be used for you to be able to see certain things that are going on, and possibly lure those intruders into a trap, looking after something that is bright, that's fluorescent. So you know, I don't know where Minister is going with it, so I'm just giving my overview of not being on the ground, you know, from my vantage point of what I see in regards to that. So I see a lot of things going on at this particular time based off of that experience. Actually being on location. So I see that this tarp is waterproof. So this tarp can serve as a blanket. This tarp can serve as an overhead cover. This tarp can serve as, and that same line that he's using could be used for uh, hanging out your clothes, making tripwire, all of these other things that can be used as field expedient tools in regards to what it is for your particular location. So you can go into any situation with these tools, and you're confident enough and prepared enough to be able to occupy this location without fear, and confident enough to be able to stay there as long as necessary if needed. So just looking at some of these things that's there, and seeing how everything that has been displayed can also be used in an offensive slash defensive posture if necessary as well. So just learning how to use your eyes and your ears going into a situation, and the highest probability of sustainability, and in the event of a breach, use those skills, use those things in your environment to aid you in your escape and the definition of who would attempt to breach that perimeter. So just some things to be mindful of in that regard. I got me in my military bag out here. I got me in my military bag out here. So I see the cinching, and I see that he is fortifying his area, and he kind of started it from scratch to just for you to see, what's going on, so you can see how this tarp is being used in a multitude of manners right now, and also that he is using that paracord to cinch down and to give up the best kind of resistance against the winds that are there in that particular location, and adjusting it to the direction of the wind flow. That's important. So y'all getting to walk around, looking, checking the corners. So you're able to be mindful of how to erect this type of hasty uh, shelter right here. You see the effective use of space, nothing wasteful. See them stakes. You could either use wooden stakes, tent pegs, or yeah, you got those tent pegs, and those is great for the smaller tent location. That's where that little hammer, or if you don't have no damn little hammer, the back of those boots, just cinch those joints down into the ground. Yeah, God, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, God, you just gotta do what the fuck you gotta do out there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's why you got to have that sturdy pair of boots. And he laughing because he know he done used his damn boots, you know, on his feet and off his feet in locations. You see what I'm saying? So you do what you got to do out there on location. So you don't have no mallet, you don't have no hammer, you don't have no pioneer tools whatsoever. You know, you get your hands and your fucking feet dirty. You know, because you can push it down so far with your hands, and then you use that momentum to and your body weight to put them in the ground with your feet if you got to. See what I'm saying? Just making sure that you leave the part exposed partially so you can get that damn tent peg out of the ground. And sometimes I found in them locations that, you know, your feet and your body weight do better than the hammer because you can't see that tent peg getting warped. You know, if you banging it in with a hammer all the time because you putting it down in the ground, not straight in the ground, you're putting it down at an angle, you know, and you're extending those cords as far as they can go, and then you putting it in the ground at an angle instead of straight up. Because if you can put it in there straight up and enough wind get to it, it come right out. So gotta understand that little bit of science right there and ensure that you're doing what's necessary to have that secure. So for y'all who looking like, damn, he was that serious about that rope. If you got into all of the usages, that's a whole class within itself just for the rope. Yeah, he he wise enough to have a knife.
Top
Hey,
baby. More.
if you ain't got no knife, you better be prepared to use your mouth or some keys. If you got metal keys, you can use them keys to cut that cord too. So,
That's
shit, if If you ain't got no damn keys, you better use your fucking mouth. So you got to put all of that together and be prepared to do what's necessary when the time comes. And trust me, if you trying to set up some goddamn way, you will figure that shit out. You will figure it out. Or you'll be missing. You'll be somebody's food. So you'll get it. And this is the mind that's associated when we start talking about the psychology of survival right here. Are you prepared to go from, you see, he using that goddamn tool right there. You see that? Just to run and do what you goddamn do out here. So are you prepared to leave your location and all of your prized possessions to be reduced to this right here? Is your mind there? Are you in that space within yourself? Have you been preparing? Have you done this? In the event that you need to do it, you can do it. And he don't got a lot of sunlight on his side. Can you do this shit in the middle of the night if necessary? And then, in the event of a breach, can you take this shit down in fucking 10 seconds and be prepared to haul ass if you got to? These are all of these things that this kind of visual aids you with, and it really gets your mind to working. Can you do this in the rain? Can you do this in the snow? Like I said, with daylight night on your side, could you do this in the nighttime, in the middle of the night, pitch black? All of these things together. And these are training modalities that you have to be prepared to do it. Now, can you do it hungry? Can you do it thirsty? Can you do it going on 2 days, 3 days, no fucking sleep? Well, you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Your natural ability off your training and where you have your mind is takes over, and this is where it puts you. Been there, done that shit. Been there, done that shit. And this is nice in comparison to what the fuck we had to live through. This shit is nice. This shit is fucking gold. And you on the move with motherfuckers trying to kill you. Yeah. I'm here whenever you are. I'm just talking a little shit to give her a little background. Now you see everything working. All of the stuff in the house, it look crazy as hell until you hear. Till you out in the spot where this shit got to work. And that little seat right there that he was sitting on, that is the most golden shit ever in the world. That's a table. that's a desk. That's really a commode spot. You see what I'm saying? Like when you really get down to that shit, like he showed y'all a great method of what you need for for sanitation purposes. But shit, that right there, and that entrenching tool, out of that or that fucking entrenching tool, it got more usages than what you would know. You dig you a damn cat hole, and that's your damn stool to sit on the shit. Been there, done that shit. And that seat right there, I'm telling you, that shit was gold. 5 years of war, I had that seat right there. You can strap that mug to your bug out bag or salt pack and could just continue to roll wherever you go. Roll out. Have your shit all ready. You see how that seat just turned into a damn table and desk? Just that quick. Oh man, I'm laughing because like all that shit is like natural. All that shit is like natural. This is what it looks like. And this is luxurious. This is luxurious in comparison to what it is. Ask yourself, are you prepared for this life right here? Have you been preparing for this eventuality? Can you do this without losing your mind? Can you go from whatever it was that you had? Are you an asset in this situation or are you a liability in this situation? Because liability is not going to last long out here. I guarantee you. They're not going to give a fuck who you are. So it's all there.
That too much light?
Nah.
I want to show y'all my new, brand new EDC. You can basically make it a 72-hour bag, but this is the Yosan K, and just got it right before I came here, just earlier. And this bag is dope as hell. You know, basic durable bag, but it got a few little tricky tricks to it. So I kind of want to show y'all a little something here. So if you're ever out and you're in the, especially this bag, I can honestly say is going to be good for a winter, definitely a winter bag, because just of this alone. See, I got my the Dragon's Lair water bladder, right? But I want y'all to take a look at this. Can y'all see that? It's thermal insulated. And this is a pocket within itself on the back of the bag. You dig? So all of my gear is still compact inside, but on the very back of the bag, you have thermal insulation. So which means if you got, I believe it said if it's hot, liquid, you have up to 4 hours for it to stay hot, and cold is up to 6 to 10 hours. Cold, thermal insulation in a bug out bag. You dig? So I told you I'm gonna be bringing y'all stuff, man, and I paid $35 for this bag. 35. Now I'm gonna be really honest. It said it came with a little whistle that hooks onto the harness strap, right? But the whistle is a piece of shit. I'm gonna just be real. I wouldn't depend on that shit saving my life for nothing in this world. Okay, so outside of the cheap ass whistle that they put on a damn, it's pathetic. Look at this shit. I want y'all to see how fucking pathetic this whistle is. I'm gonna be real. I love the bag, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna keep the shit real. All right. That's your fucking whistle on this. Ugh, that just irks my soul, yo. You dig? So suppose you was in a really fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? And you may have been getting raped or God forbid all of that. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna fucking give people a piece of survival gear on such thing as the bag itself is dope, but then you fuck up with this sissy ass. Who the hell gonna take that shit serious? Like really, for real. This is nothing, man. I'm, but see, this is why I stay prepared with other gear. You know what I'm saying? Multi-function tools. Now, uh, again, the bag is dope, but they kind of fucked up completely with this whistle. You dig? I bought a fucking whistle from the dollar store, y'all. That it just, that should have give you a headache. It's so loud. Like, word is bond. A serious headache. It is that loud from the dollar store. So you mean to tell me, yo, son, y'all couldn't put a damn real whistle? Like, I'm kind of pissed off about that. Like, really, for real. I'm dead pissed about that. But I don't use it, you know what I'm saying? So, but just, you know what I'm saying? If I had to, I cannot rely on this. And that's the whole point I'm making. You dig? So make sure, family, that you test your gear. Now, another thing they added on was these little reflector tabs. So at night, these little tabs here, at night, they act as reflectors. So I do like that. But this whistle, y'all got to handle that shit. And trust and believe, you will be getting an email from me stating this whistle is a piece of shit. And y'all should know better than that. So always make sure, man, your gear, your tools are going to fucking save your life. All right? So I just wanted to throw that in there, and we're going to get back to the silent class. You dig? Roll along. Power. fire time. This is our long box fire pit. I'm about to put this bad boy to some oomph. Stand by. Fire time. Bear with me, y'all. Damn tripod acting like you got one leg. All right, there we go. A lot of this stuff is wet, so what we want to do is create a little platform to start our fire. So dry. You don't want to start it right in the wet ground, you dig? So make a little platform. So I'm not going to do a really superbly big fire like I normally do. Just something to give off a little heat. Dig. So I want y'all to roll with me for a little while, comrades, because this is dead ass serious time right now. You know what I'm saying? Very serious time. And until we learn to stop always fucking cooning and goddamn clowning over everything, you know, then we're gonna always be at the bottom of the totem pole. Always. Don't care how many goddamn Grammys you winning. Don't care about none of that shit. The white man does not care about none of that shit. That's his fucking head. For those that understand. You dig? So we're just making a little platform here. See, and all this was for our long box. That's why all this wood is what? Long. Right? So we're just looking for some dry pieces to get it popping. And this is our little stove over here we made. Primitive rock stove. And we call this one the feeder because, as you can see, we just feed the long log right in it, and it just burns. We just keep feeding, just keep pushing it up, pushing it up. You dig? And this log just keeps the heat, you know what I'm saying, pushing back down into the rocks, and that thing be popping. So I had the young god build that. You know what I'm saying? Teaching these young boys, you know, young brothers, young gods, what it is. So if y'all ready, if you seriously fucking ready, get you some gear. Cause don't think I'm gonna give you my shit. Get you some gear. and let's roll. It's that simple. We'll talk about pricing and all of that later. You dig? But for the most part, family, you know, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my fucking part to the greatest of my ability. Now, see how long it took for that water to boil? No time at all, right? So this is a very portable little gas stove. You know what I mean? You can get this size canister. This is the 440 grams or the 15-ounce size. They do have smaller cans, but as you can see, it's really nothing. You click this thing on, you hear it, and it also has a little red switch right here. Dig? It's that simple. And you just turn it off. Boom. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Survival is real. And you can't come out here playing the fuck around, playing survival. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you play survival, you playing with death. And I'm gonna just be real with you. You're playing with your fucking death. Okay? Playing with death. So this bag, oh, still here. Word. Bang. Okay. See, survival. I'm gonna show y'all what's in here in a hot second. Watch this. So I ran into a brother when he was out here last weekend. And on the other side, he was cutting down big ass trees. So I asked the brother if he could cut us some nice logs for the fire pit. You dig? And yo, man, the ancestors, man, I tell you, this brother cut us a big ass pile, yo. I mean a big ass pile. You know what I'm saying? So big up to that black man for helping us out, for helping you out. You dig? So in his midst of cutting, we got plenty of tinder. You dig? Plenty of tinder. So yes, it's gonna be a fire popping night. So I just wanna spread a little tinder, spread a little love, huh? Spread a little love, spread a little fucking love, right? All right. So we got our tinder popping, and now got our bark here. So let me set the tripod down. I can do what I do and show y'all how this thing works here. So this, family, for those who do not know, is called a ferro rod, right? Now, I did my little pimping. As you can see, the RBG and the gold. But this is the striker that came with this kit. It's okay. I love this little striker, but this here, it's a lot bit better, actually. So I like both of these. So my top two, right? All right. So we have our ferro rod. And this is basically what you would use. Striker, boom, and your ferro rod, and you could just throw sparks. See? All day. See? Throwing sparks all day. Never go wrong with this. Okay? So remember the last class, the week before last, we talked about the 5 C's and combustion, right? Combustion is what ignites the fire. This is a combustion tool, family. Okay? Ferro rod. All right? They come in different sizes, all different little styles, but make sure you have one. Damn near every piece of gear, tool-wise, that I own comes with a ferro rod. Why? Because that is always a method of combustion. Always. So if my lighters just stop working because they fucking made from China or some damn way, if my matches run out, You know what I'm saying? I can always rely on good old Sparky. You dig? So make sure you have very important tool. Very important tool because this tool will save your goddamn life. Okay? This tool equals heat, food, boiling water, all of that. Okay? This is a life-saving tool. So you have to take care of it as if it's going to save your life. You dig? All right. So this is just a little quick fire kit. And by the way, stand by because the Survive or Die Inc. Fire kits will be coming. And just to let you know, I'll be making them myself. Okay, so we'll be doing some serious work and be making these fire kits myself. Word. The Survive or Die fire kit is coming very, very soon. Stand by. So I want to show you just a little bit of what you might get in your fire kit. This is called a Nestlet, right? And big up Comrade Blackmatic. With this, I'm gonna tell you this is instant spark. You dig? And it's you just break it up a little bit. So I want to sit that there as the base. So what I'm about to do, I don't have to do, but I'm just doing it because for one, I'm a pyro, and two, and two, I want to show y'all how this stuff works. Okay, so we're just gonna take a little magnesium, right? Now this is what you can scrape off of your ferro rod. Okay, magnesium. This thing burns at 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Can y'all see that? Okay, sprinkle a little bit of mag in there just to show you how this stuff works. All right. Now, a little bit of mag, right? And I also got my favorite fat wood chips that I took and shaved down from the fat wood myself. All right. Boom. So I just want to show you how this stuff works. So we're going to throw a nice little bit of fat wood up in there, right? Okay. And now let me get twigs and all that. Get my kindling together here, right? Because once we get this, all this kindling is going on along with this firewood, and it's just gonna do what it do best. Fire time. Big. Alrighty. Okay. So we got our little kindling together. Got our kindling ready, right? A couple fat wood sticks to help kindling. And now we get ready. Let's get this fire popping. Can y'all see that? Okay, so what we're gonna do is get this nestlet lit, right? So we just want a good little spark. Okay. Boom. All right. Now, just pay attention. Let me take y'all in a little close. Now, just watch what happens once it hits that magnesium. And now it's catching on to our fat wood. All right, so we just want to stick this right up in here. See it? And you see the bright sparks. See that? It's hitting the magnesium now. Okay, so now we just want to take it, sit it right up in the kindling there, in the shavings, right? And now we can add our kindling and our fat wood. There you go. That's the pop you want to hear. That's the sound of the men working on the goddamn Underground Railroad. Okay. Got our fire popping now. Add a couple more fat wood sticks here. Now we're gonna let that rock. So let's go over here and get the coffee going. A little bit more of this bun. A bit more of the bun. Little more. Alright, gonna let that rock and roll. So it's coffee time. My other favorite time. Alright. So go ahead and build on, God. I'll be black at y'all in a hot second. The importance of fire. Ah, there's some good coffee. All right. So the importance of fire. The importance of survival. The importance of being, as we always talk about, psychologically prepared. You know, I don't care how cute you are, how handsome you think you are, how fly you think you are, how big your butt is and all that weird shit. When you come out here, none of that shit matters. None of it. Because when your stomach start rumbling, and you ain't take that anti-diarrhea pill before you came out, and that stomach start boiling, huh? 2 o'clock in the morning, while you in your tent or your hammock, nice and snug and comfy, and you got to get up and come out in the snow, huh? Out of that nice, warm, hot tent you got with your wood stove in it, and you got to come out in the snow and take a dump. You got to be prepared for that. So all that cute shit, sister, goes out the window. You're going to have to squat them yellow cheeks on top of that white ass snow and do your do. You're going to have to dig you a hole just like everybody else, you know, unless you know, got your little portable toilet and all that kind of stuff. But shit, the best toilet, god damn it, I'm going to just tell you, is that old hole. But I understand your comfortability. You want to be comfortable while you're taking a dump in the woods. I understand. But it's just certain things, you know, goddamn. You're taking a dump in the woods. How much comfortability you need for that? See, but that comes from being spoiled. That comes from being comfortable. See, again, when you come out here, all that shit goes out the window because your survival is first. Your survival is mandatory. So I just want y'all to do the knowledge. Just do the knowledge. You dig? Because this is what it's all about out here. Now, I want to take y'all to the dragon's lair. Show you the lair. You dig? This is a mosquito net. No seam mesh mosquito net. This hammock is very, very soft, but yet it's tough and durable as hell. And when you get in it, it just, your body just melts right into it. You dig? So this is the carabiner and the cord that ties down. Now this rope here, I don't know if y'all can see it. All right, there we go. This rope here has about 16 loops on it. So each loop is for different, you know, lengths of your hammock. You see what I'm saying? So you can wrap it around as I did as much as you need to and still got a few loops. So I'm always on loop 7. You dig? So don't get it fucked up. Same thing here. Okay? Same thing here. Now I love these ropes because they're not just like average cheap ass cordage. These are very durable ropes, y'all. Very durable. I love them. So this is the dragon's lair, and it could be spread out a little more, you know what I'm saying? But I only had these 2 trees close enough, but I can actually take the mosquito net and spread it out, you know what I'm saying? Again, if we had 2 more trees side by side, then we can make that happen. All right, so this is the ground sheet, ground mat, that is also a rain poncho, and you can set this up as a tent, a tarp tent, poncho, shelter, you know what I'm saying? So again, make sure all your gear, you can get at least more than one function out of. You know what I'm saying? So this thing hasn't failed me yet. I can, you know, I'm actually going to leave this down. I can also put this inside of the hammock for extra insulation inside the hammock, because at night, again, these are one of the cons about a hammock. When it's cold and you don't have nothing up under here, up under the hammock to protect you, all of your heat is going to be being sucked out. You know what I'm saying? And all that cold air is going to be being sucked in. You dig? So it's always best to have oh, in fact, I gotta blow up my sleeping pad. It's always best to have a cushioning of some kind, a yoga mat, sleeping pad. I normally take my ground sheet and put it lay that on the hammock first, and then put my sleep system and the sleeping pad on top of that. But I'm gonna be over here a lot, so I'm gonna be kicking my shoes off and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And keeping all the bugs and all the dirt out of the hammock. You dig? So that's the purpose of a ground sheet. All right. So let's go. Fire is popping, a little heat, and believe it or not, I felt it up under the hammock, up under the tarp. So that's a good thing. You dig? That's a very good thing. So this fire pit is definitely doing what it's supposed to do. All right. So family, I thank y'all. It's getting much darker out here, as you can see. And that's the headlamp. And this is on low mode. This is not even high mode. You dig? So I thank y'all for tuning in. I really do. And tonight's class, I wanted it to be a little different. You know what I'm saying? So just be ready, because we're gonna be out here a little bit more now, starting to get a little warmer. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful and I'm grateful to the God knowledge born, man, because uh I remember God when we was building about doing this years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we said, yo, we need to really be live out from the camp. You dig? And here we are, years later, with the vision made manifest. So big up to Do the Knowledge Radio, Knowledge Born Allah, and make sure y'all support, fucking support Do the Knowledge Radio. Support, man. Right? Stop bullshitting. Support. You niggas begging to get on and be seen and be heard. Well, shit, we need to see and hear some of them dead peckerwoods too. Everything is real. There is no mystery, God. You got to pay for blog talk. God damn it. It ain't our shit. So support. Support, survive or die. Support. Man, you know how hard it is trying to get a fucking website without the goddamn FBI constantly fucking with my fucking shit? This shit is becoming so annoying, I'm just ready to say fuck a website. But I'm not going to do that to y'all, man. I'm not going to do that to y'all. Because I'm going to fulfill my dreams, my goals, my visions. You know what I'm saying? And being the first black survival gear company. Survival company. Yo, man, I don't think y'all know how serious that shit is to me. So I'm not gonna give up on you. It's gonna take a little longer than I expected, but the white man is the devil, and y'all need to fucking understand that. So nothing this Peckerwood does amazes me. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at the FBI by them getting fucking the first website closed the fuck down, shut down. Label me a drug trafficker through the website, all kinds of weird shit. But again, the white man is the devil. So am I mad at the cracker? I'm always mad at the cracker. But I understand. He's the fucking devil. He's supposed to make my life hard. He's supposed to fucking make just everything just so fucking awkward for me. That's his job. Little rebellious bastard. But my job is to keep my foot in his ass. Your job is to keep your foot in his ass. So much to the point you gotta run around looking to build a fucking website just to sell survival gear to your own people. But here we are. here we are. So, thank y'all for listening, man. And take your survival serious. Take your survival serious. Take your survival serious. Stop making excuses about, oh, it's too high. Buy the fucking gear if you need it. Buy it. Sacrifice. Your survival is mandatory. I love you more than you hate your black self. Black motherfucking power. What?